Alrighty, go ahead.
All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is Dr. Dana McGrady. We're having a Getting Started Right training, not just for the brand new affiliate, but for everyone, because leaders need to train their team. So David Skoltedi and myself, we had this vision. We found this company. We decided we wanted to grow. We want to grow, and we want to have a culture that is unified, loving, heart-centered. We want to create a heart-centered leadership revolution. So if any of you on here would like to be a part of that heart-centered leadership revolution, put a 1 in the chat below. We're excited that you're here to join us. We're going to tell you how to make income, put a comma in your check right away, how to create your own team culture in our team culture, and make sure that your affiliates stay long enough to get the skill sets needed for success. So I'm going to introduce David Skoltedi. He is a top income earner in network marketing for 25 years. One of my favorite things about his success is that he is a very down-to-earth, real human being, a very good mentor to many, almost all of us on this Zoom. He's been a great mentor to. And he's, in his network marketing career, has had over $500 million in sales in his organizations that he's built. That means success leaves clues. And so if success leaves clues, I want to learn from the best. So I'm going to invite you on, David Skoltedi. Come on and teach us how to make income.
Well, thank you, Dana. I appreciate the kind introduction, and good morning, everybody. And if you're watching the replay, welcome to the team. As Dana mentioned, we're super excited about what we're creating here with our team, OneTeamWorx. And as Dana mentioned, we searched really hard to find a company that not only related to us, but we felt that we can make a big impact if we played our part to take it around the world. And we really believe that this is a company, My Daily Choice is a company you can call home. They've got world-class leadership with Josh and Jenna Zwagel from the top down. They've got high demand, trending products that people can really get excited about and get great results. We believe, quite honestly, it comes down to marketing and timing, and the timing couldn't be better with My Daily Choice. They've done over $300 million in sales just in the last 30 months alone. They're entering that momentum phase and entering their international expansion, which is really exciting. And then when it comes to marketing, they got a duplicatable system. Many of you who have embarked on this endeavor over the last month with us are recognizing that marketing plays a really important role with you building your business. And they've got this fully automated marketing system that allows you to go out and make exposures and have the presentations done on your behalf. So pretty exciting, the company we've joined. And the way I really want to kind of start things off is, some of you may be new to network marketing. Some of you may be seasoned, but I think, when you embark on a journey like this, when you embark on entrepreneurship, and most specifically in network marketing, there are things that you really need to get clear on. And I wrote this book, Ripple Marketing, about I think it's like almost 4 years ago now. And the reason I wrote it was I was interested in kind of reducing the learning curve for people who wanted to win in this amazing industry. And in the book, there's it's 200 pages, but it's broken down into 4 sections. And the 4 sections are what I would consider the 4 pillars of what it takes to succeed in network marketing, what it takes to build a huge network marketing business. And the first one is the mindset piece. Now, again, I don't want to sound cliche, but that thing between our ears does dictate what we do in life. And when it comes to business, it does dictate how successful we potentially can be. And I think there's 3 things I'll say about mindset. Number 1, it all starts with belief. And so when you embark on an endeavor in network marketing, obviously you have to believe in the company, you have to believe, in the products, you have to believe in the profession in network marketing, what it can do. And then most importantly, you have to believe in yourself. And, sometimes that's an evolution. And it's important that, as you embark on this, that obviously you get your head really around the products and the company and the professional networking, but we're here to tell you that we believe in you. And one thing I've always told my children is don't let me believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So the belief is an important piece. The second piece that's really important when it comes to mindset is just making the decision. Making the decision that you're going to do this. You've got an emotional why of why you're doing it, but you made a decision that you're going to do it, and you're going to commit yourself to it. And what I tell people when it comes to commitment is first and foremost, and there's always a short-term, intermediate, and a long-term commitment, but look at just 1 year. Promise yourself, promise whomever your significant other may be, your family, that you're going to commit to this to 1 year. And you're not going to look back. You're not going to waver in any way, shape, or form over that process. And but this is the vehicle you're going to use. And then lastly, it all comes down to attitude, right? Attitude is everything. So having the right attitude as you go into this, not being really concerned about what somebody's response may be, or what happens today versus tomorrow. Having the right attitude that you're going to win is a really important piece. Now, when you have the right mindset, only when you have the right mindset, I should say, you're in a position to take the right action. And when it comes to network marketing, there's 3 pieces of action that I'll highlight. Number 1 is the launch. Each and every one of you are in a position where you want to launch a business. You don't want to start a business. You want to launch it. And what that really means is taking massive action, right? And the action you take is in this business is you want to take, and I say massive action because you want to talk to a lot of people within a short period of time to get some momentum, to get some personal momentum for yourself. And in order to do that effectively, many of you have full-time jobs, obligations, other things going on in your world. It's important that you have what I call a DMO, or a daily method of operation. What you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and focus on a very consistent approach to doing that. And then it comes down to, well, what are those action steps? I mean, what are you really doing? And we're going to talk a little bit this morning, this training, about what those action steps actually are. But it really comes down to what we call income producing activities. This business isn't about, posting and praying for somebody to reach out to you and buy your product, or posting something and just hoping that somebody reaches out to you and say, oh, can I join your business? I mean, that can happen, but the truth is this is a contact sport. And so the times that you are working the business, spend the time to go out there and talk to people in an on-purpose way is a really important thing. So you have the right mindset, you take the right action, and if you do those 2 things, what ultimately happens is you find yourself in a team building scenario. And that's really the holy grail of this business. The reason I'm in network marketing is because it's an opportunity, it's a model where you can leverage other people's time, energy, efforts, so on and so forth. And really what it comes down to for team building are a couple things. Number 1, it's about finding the right people. And we'll talk about what to say and how to say it and how to reach out to people. But I think the thing that I really want to emphasize is you want to think bigger, right? There's always that easy people, that low-hanging fruit, those besties that you reach out to. But to succeed in this profession, you need to think way outside that box. Chances are you're going to have to get a little bit out of your comfort zone to reach out to people you may not have on the top of your list at this point in time. But finding the right people. And those right people, in my experience, are the people that are already self-motivated, in many cases already successful in some degree. Those people that have the right attitude, those people that believe in themselves, so on and so forth. So finding the right people is really important. In this team building exercise, you're also going to find that the culture and the community that we create, or that you plug into, is really important as well. And I really want to tip my cap to Dana, because she came up with this OneTeamWorx team name. And she's really brought the core of the energy to the team, the heart-centered nature of what we do and how we're doing it. So we're creating a community and a culture that people want to be involved with. And you'll find over time that people love to be involved with things that make them feel good, okay? And that's gonna play a really pivotal part, I think, in your team building. And the last thing I'll mention about team building in general is this isn't about ourselves. This is really about helping other people advance, okay? And so if you can get that mindset of how can I help somebody else on these products? How can I help somebody else get out of the gate and succeed in this business independent of me? You can win at this business. You can do this business. Now, you have the right mindset, you're taking the right action, you're in that team building mode. you can get a comma in your check just on those three pillars alone. But the fourth pillar, leadership, okay, if you really subscribe to that and you take a leadership role and you lead by example, that's where you have the opportunity to put 2 digits in front of that comma. Okay, that's where you have the opportunity to make a 6-figure income in this profession. And the 3 things I'll say about leadership real quickly is you have to start with leading yourself. Okay, you can't lead anybody else until you lead yourself. Number 2, it is about serving others, taking a servant leadership approach. It is about serving others. And thirdly, it's really about having fun. You know, and if you can combine those 2 with the right attitude and the right mindset, and taking the right action on a consistent basis, and having fun about building a team, you know, great things can happen. So that's what I'll say about that. And if you want that book, by the way, you can go to my website. It's just davidsculte.com. I give it away for free. It's just one person's opinion, but there's lots of great stories over my 27-year now, you know, career in network marketing. Now, let me just touch base a little bit about expectations. Expectations are really important, guys. Okay, what do you expect from yourself? What you expect from others? I will tell you that, I'll just highlight a couple things. First of all, you have to have the right expectations of the sacrifice that you may need to make to achieve your dreams. I mean, here it is, Saturday morning. It may be very absolutely beautiful where you are. There's other things you can do, but you've made the sacrifice to be here to learn, okay? That sacrifice when you're an entrepreneur is ongoing. It's almost every day in some capacity. It doesn't have to overwhelm you in any way, but having the right expectations of what you need to do to achieve success in this business, I think is important. Also, the expectations around who will join you, who won't, who will do something, who won't. Don't assume anything in life. My parents taught me that at a very young age. Don't assume anything. Control your own destiny. And having the expectations around that geared up and properly in line, I think is really important. And how fast you go or how slow you go, just understand that those expectations, you control. You control 100% of that. Okay, so having the right expectations as you go into this business, I think is really important. And then the other thing I'll mention is you want to model what you want to duplicate. In this business, this is a business of duplication. Okay, it's about a lot of people doing a little. Yes, there are superstars. Yes, as you look at the leaderboard, you can see people, you know, enrolling dozens of people, creating all kinds of volume. Okay, that's not the masses, though. Okay, different people do different things, but you want to model what you want to duplicate in this business. Now, let's all start right here, right from the very beginning. Most of you, I got to assume, have already enrolled in the business. Some of you, I know there's a couple of you that are actually prospects and you're looking to see how to do this business, and we want to welcome you to that. But look, here's the thing. When you enroll yourself, however you enroll yourself into this business is how you're going to enroll others. Okay, really important. And it's important that you treat this business like a business if you want to earn, you know, income that has a comma in your check. Okay, so as you enroll in this business, or as you enroll us, I just wanted to take a moment and really kind of highlight this because I think it's super important. We take like a good, better, best approach to this. And I want to rationalize this and explain this a bit because it's important to get your head around, number one, but it's important to be able to explain it to others as you're about building the business. Now, the good aspect, okay, and some people come in with the director pack. It's $199, it's 100 business volume. It allows you to select 4 HempWorx products. And it gives you a great sampling of the products, right? But here's the thing. Number one, when you enroll as a director, you get a 35% payout on your personally enrolled affiliates and customers, and you get paid 2 levels of jumpstart bonuses, which is the upfront money in the compensation plan, okay? So if you want 35% payout, 2 levels of jumpstarts, director will work for you. The better approach, though, and this is a question I'd have for you, is would you rather have 35% payout or 50% payout on your new enrollees? If the answer is 50%, which I think it is, then you want to get in the business right away, okay? And that the easiest way to become an executive is you can create 200 business volume. And that 200 business volume, the easiest way to obtain that is to purchase a director pack plus the Mantra essential oils. That will give you 200 business volume total. Now, it'll also give you 50% payout on your personal enrolled customers and affiliates, but you'll get paid 4 levels instead of 2 levels of jumpstart bonuses. So obviously there's a much higher payout, right? And I think in the best way, and I think the 80-20 rule is alive and well here, where probably 20% of the people enter with the executive pack. But I think the best way to launch a business is to really dive into a multitude of products, be able to do an effective unboxing presentation on social media. And that's our executive pack, which is $599. You get 400 business volume, and you get to go out and hand select 12 of the HempWorx products. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, as we go through this presentation as well. Now, you guys know how to enroll as an associate, right? As you're enrolling, here's the real key here. It's called AutoShake, okay? And the AutoShake allows you to become not only a product of the product, but it allows you to consume what you love. It allows you to qualify for all the commissions in the program. And ultimately, this is going to be the baseline of the residual income that you're going to build with My Daily Choice. Okay, the key here is 90 points. The 90 points is a requirement to be paid as an executive. So you and all your affiliates want to come in and enter the program as executive. In order to get paid at that, you have to have a 90-point AutoShake. You can self-select this for any day you want in the month after your initial enrollment. You can change it ongoing in terms of the products that will be delivered to you. And yeah, it's really super powerful. Now, as far as launching your business, Dana, I'm going to bring you back on if that's okay. And I don't know if you rejoined us. It looks like you may have jumped off. Are you with us, Dana? Oh, I think she just dropped off. So let me just continue, and when she comes back on, she can add on to this. So I mentioned it earlier about launching a business, about the action of launching a business. Here's a couple tips that I really want to help you out with. Number one, you have to be organized in a business like this, okay? And it all starts with what I call a network notebook. Personally, I use index cards, okay, when I'm prospecting. But the point is, you want to be organized when you create your list. And that list should be really in-depth. It should be very diverse, and you shouldn't prejudge in that process. The thing that I've always done, and continue to do for that matter, is I always start with my phone, right? And I would urge you all to do this, on your own, but pull out your phone, see how many contacts you have on your phone. Every time I do this exercise, people have anywhere from 200 to 2,000 contacts or more. And you just want to, without prejudging, write all those names down on a piece of paper, okay, or in that network notebook or on those index cards. Don't prejudge. You may not contact them all at once. Some may not contact at all, but just go through the process, because in networking, there's an art of either networking direct to people or indirect to people. Okay, that's what I'll say about this. So be organized on it. Number two, you want to go public, and we're going to talk a little bit about going public and the process of going public, whether it be on social media or whether it be just on a person-to-person basis. But going public and letting people know that you have embarked on a new endeavor that you're really excited about, that you're building a business that you can feel like you really make an impact, and explaining and expressing to people why you're doing it. That's all a really important piece. And then lastly, we want to teach you guys the fast track to 5K affiliate. Okay, and we'll talk about that just in a couple moments. Now, the first thing you want to do in launching your business, and if you have not done this, type a 2 in the chat below. Okay, you become binary qualified. Now, the binary portion of the compensation plan is just one of the 8 or 9 ways that you get paid, but this is something you want to do right out of the gate, right? And this is where you sponsor, 2 people on your left, 2 people on your right, but ultimately to become binary qualified, you're building a 90-point triangle. We've already solidified the fact that you want to have a 90-point AutoShake, okay, 90-point AutoShake, but you also want to have 90 points of business on your left leg, 90 points of business on your right leg. And that business can come from customers, it can come from affiliates, but the binary qualification aspect of that is the binary volume, which comes after month 1. But in order to get qualified, you have to do that business on the left and on the right. So the way that we suggest that you set up is you can go into your back office and you can set your rotator to alternate. Okay, so you just go to My Account in your back office, you'll see Rotator Placement Tool, and then you just click on Alternate. And what that means is for every pre-enrollee that you get put into your system, every other one, they'll alternate. One will go on the left, next one will go on the right, next one on the left, next one on the right. And so it's important to have that set at alternate. Okay, as time goes on, one leg may grow larger than the other, and you can always switch it. But the key is they become binary qualified. You can see from this illustration, you can look into the back office and you can see if you're binary qualified. Hey, Lori, if you could mute yourself out, we're getting a lot of background noise from your phone, Lori Stone. If you can mute that, would be fantastic. Thank you. So let's talk about the system for a moment, okay? You don't want to be the issue in this business, and you always want to use systems. You know, when you're system dependent in a business like this, amazing things can happen. You'll not only be more effective in the process, but you'll also get duplication in the process as well, okay? And so with My Daily Choice, they give each and every one of us a free marketing system, which allows you to, you know, it provides you with landing pages. There's actually over 24 landing pages that you can strategically select to send to certain people, okay? You have automatic follow-up. There's an automatic follow-up system where there's autoresponders that kick in. And for those of you who have pollinated this system with a lot of people, you see the power of that. And then also in your back office, you have a contact management system, so you can always keep a pulse of who's actually enrolling in your business, okay, and who's actually enrolled. Now, when it comes to the contact, hold on, guys, I'm going to try to mute this out one more time here. Okay, there we go. So when it comes to contacting people, I'll just make a couple comments. Number one, people are going to buy into the height of your enthusiasm versus the depth of your knowledge every time, okay? You want to be authentic. You want to be excited when you're reaching out to people. I mean, let's say you're excited about this. Why not express it? Number two, you have an opportunity to lead with either the product or with the opportunity, okay? With the product or the business. I think that's a matter of choice. I kind of advise people to get really good at both, you know, because when you having conversations out there, you're going to have people arise, and we're going to give you sample scripts to look at and to utilize. But when you approach people and you're having conversations, some people are going to talk about some issues they may be having where CBD or one of our products may be beneficial to them. I, for one, love leading with the opportunity, because I think our opportunity, the network marketing aspect of our model, is one of the most exciting and dynamic products that we have, okay? And all one really has to do to get really good at this business is be good at talking to people, be good at piquing interest, and become good at becoming what I would call a professional tour guide. Your objective really, quite honestly, is only to get people to go through the process of seeing what we're all about through the video series that people receive when they opt into your landing page. Okay, it's important to let people know what you're looking for when you're having these conversations. I mean, if you're looking to gather customers and to share your product, then express that. If you're looking to attract business partners, then let people know what you're trying to do, right? But the pre-enrollee piece is your barometer to your business. So what I will say to you is each and every day that you're engaging in your My Daily Choice business, you need to honestly ask yourself, how many pre-enrollees do I have today? And if the answer is 0, then that has got to be what you need to focus on, okay? And that is going to be the barometer of your business. And the thing that I've done over the last 5 or 6 weeks since we embarked on this journey is I've just gamified the business. You know, because let's face it, if you're not having fun, I don't think it's worth doing, honestly. So you got to have fun in doing it. And I just think when you challenge yourself and you gamify how many pre-enrollees you can get, it's a lot more easier to do the business. Now, here are a couple examples of things that things you can say. Now, I would just urge you just to kind of take screen shots of this because I'm not going to go too in depth with each one. But you know, if you're looking for people to join you in a business, this is just one super simple thing. Now, again, notice the enthusiasm on the front end. Like, let people know, hey, I'm super excited. You know, I started a business representing the world's largest CBD company, and they're expanding in the Charleston area, and they're offering people the opportunity to own and operate their own online CBD business. Would you like to learn more? That's what I would consider a direct approach for going out and piquing interest with somebody. Here's another example. Will you do me a favor? You know, it's kind of interesting. People want to do people favors, but so many people just don't ask. Okay, and so take a picture of this one. This is another example. Hey, I'm super excited. I've started a new online business, marketing CBD, and I'm looking for customers. You know, if I send you a link to my marketing system, will you do me a favor and watch the videos and allow me to follow up with you to see who you know that may have an interest? You know, I mean, again, ask people to do you a favor, set the expectations right, put them through the process, okay? There's another example. Maybe you may lead with asking people, I would like your opinion. You know where this is really effective? It's effective for your chicken list, guys. You know, when you have people who you're a little bit timid, you're a little bit, let's just call it scared to approach them because maybe they're more successful than you. Maybe they're a civic leader. Maybe they're just a leader that, you know, of a business that you've always admired. I think this is a really powerful way to reach out to people. And the way that I've always done it is I reached out and I've always started by paying a compliment. Did you ever notice that? When you pay somebody a compliment, they kind of freeze up and drop everything they've done. So here's an example. Take a picture of this, guys. I've always admired you and the success you've had in business. Can I ask you for your opinion? If you just simply give a compliment, ask for something, they're going to stop what they're doing and they're obviously going to say, well, sure, what is it? Then just tell them, I recently started an online business marketing a line of CBD products. I believe there's a huge opportunity with this company and I'd like to hear your thoughts. And then just tell them, if I send you a link to my marketing system, will you watch the videos and give me your honest opinion? Okay, it's a pretty simple approach, guys. So hopefully you took a picture of that. Maybe there's a business announcement. Maybe you have some significant influence. Maybe you've had some success in life and business in general. If that's the case, I think this may work. Let people again know you're really excited. I've started a business representing the world's largest CBD company. They're expanding by offering people the opportunity to own their own online CBD business. Would you be open to hearing about it? You know, I'm looking for business partners. Would you be open? I'm actually embarking on the expansion of this company throughout the state of Tennessee, the state of Colorado, the city of Charleston, right? Would you have an opportunity, or would you like an opportunity to view it and see what can be in it for you? Okay, real simple approach. Okay, here's another one for you. Do you use CBD? Okay, I mean, that's just a simple qualifying question, guys. And that's what this whole thing is about, is qualify, close, and then let the system do the presentation for you. So let people say, do you use CBD? No? Well, listen, I've started a new online CBD business. Would you be open to looking at the line of products I'm offering? It's a very simple yes, no question, okay? But it creates conversation, which is ultimately what we're trying to do. Now, here's the key to this whole thing. It's called If I Will You. I think this is one of the single most powerful questions you can ask people in the prospecting process. If I, right, send you a link to my website, if I send you a link to my marketing system, will you take the opportunity, will you take the time to view the information, to watch the videos, so I can follow up with you, so on and so forth. If I will, get really good at this, guys, because it helps you with the compliance aspect of it. And then, I think just like we said at the very beginning, setting the right expectations is a really important piece of this, okay? And so letting them know that this will take 30 minutes of their time, that you really appreciate your time, letting people know how important this is to you is an important thing. If you're real loose at this, you know, if you're really loose and you're not coming across as serious, or you're kind of coming across as this maybe a side gig hobby for you, then people aren't going to take the time for you. But if you let people know how important this is for you, awesome things can happen, okay? Now, I don't know if Dana has rejoined us or not. I know she was having some technical. Dana, have you rejoined us? Doesn't look like she has, so I got to roll with her. You have joined us, Dana?
Anything it
doesn't look like her technology is working.
I tried getting off, getting back on. Sorry.
It's okay, Dana. I'll just roll with this. So
yeah, it's not working too well.
So anyhow, going public on here's the thing about going public on social media, guys. I think the most important thing you can do is create curiosity. You know, express enthusiasm, be authentic, but create curiosity. And I'm going to give you like just two little ideas that you can utilize this weekend to go public. The first is doing an unboxing for your My Daily Choice business. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, you can just go to YouTube and search OneTeamWorx, all one word with an X on the end, OneTeamWorx. You'll come to our YouTube team channel and you can watch the example of the unboxing that Dana did. And the only way you can unbox, quite candidly, is if you come into it with an executive package, you know, because it gives you the product that you can basically talk through. But I'll just leave it at that. Go to the OneTeamWorx YouTube channel, watch that unboxing. It's really powerful. And again, it's not about saying, hey, My Daily Choice, hey, HempWorx. I mean, it's not about that. It's about expressing your enthusiasm, talking about a handful of products that are really impactful, what they've done for you, what they're doing for people, letting people know you're in business, letting people know what you're trying to let them know, and creating curiosity, and you'll get engagement in the process. Another example, and we've had a lot of people do this very simple post, and there's so many creative ideas you can come up with, guys. But this one here in particular has been very powerful for a lot of people, where they just go out and post, hey, I'm curious, who has used CBD and what has it done for you? All you're looking to do is find out, and this is before you ever even told anybody you're in your My Daily Choice business. Here's what happens, guys. Number one, chances are you're going to get a lot of people who have used CBD, and the majority of those people have had positive results. So it's going to be a validator, kind of like a testimonial feed within your Facebook. And so the key here, right, is just doing that, and number one, engaging with those that engage. Now, what I mean by this is don't go out there and create this whole conversation within the feed. If somebody engages with you and says, oh, I've done it, and this has helped me with my anxiety, then you just, like their post, like their comment, take it offline, whether they're a personal friend, maybe text them, or go through Facebook Messenger, send them a DM and say, hey, thanks for engaging on my post. If you don't mind me asking, what brand do you consume? Start a conversation. And then you can very easily transition to saying, well, listen, I've started my own online CBD business. Would you be open to looking at my product line? Okay, just engage with them. If they're happy, great. Ask them who they know that may have an interest. Same thing with with positive engagement. You could say, well, look, I've actually started my own online business. Have you ever thought, I'm glad you've gotten great results on the products. Have you ever thought of capitalizing financially on the boom of the CBD marketplace? Right? See where they're at, okay? But ultimately, your goal would be to send a link, of course, set expectations the way where they should be, and ultimately, as always, the fortune is in the follow-up. But this is a really powerful way, guys, really powerful way to get engagement. And as time goes on, we're going to create a library of engagement because we think social media is a really key piece of this thing. But going live on Facebook, creating curiosity through your stories, doing static posts, they all play a big role in helping you succeed in this business. Now, the other thing I'll mention is that tools are really important in this business. And for those of you who have not gotten yourself a 10-pack of the HempWorx magazine, I really suggest you do so. Go to hempworxgear.com. It's a tremendously well-written magazine that does everything from educate people on CBD in general, educate people on the company My Daily Choice and the impact that they're making. There's lots of success stories of people just like you and I that are having success with this business, but it's a really strong validator to utilize within your warm market as you're talking to people. So I really believe that everybody, each and every one of you, should always have at least a 10-pack on hand, have these magazines for yourself. Now, let's talk a little bit about fast tracking to affiliate. I talked about how people can enter the program as either a director or at the executive level or with the $5.99 executive pack. I want to keep this realistic. Again, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. But here's the key. If you want to fast track your way to a 5K affiliate, number one, you should enroll affiliates with the executive package, okay? If you do that and duplicate it, you're only talking about 13 packages, 13 executive packs to actually achieve it, 13 people, right? But to do independent of that, you want to create a sense of urgency, okay? You want to take that massive action we spoke about, and it really comes down to just getting binary qualified and helping people do the same. Now, I know this looks like really rudimentary, but it does look that way because it is, okay? And so if you can imagine in simple terms, 2 people getting 2, what is that? 2, 4, 8 total of 14 people times 400 points. It's over 5,000 points, guys, okay? It's leading by example. It's duplicating what you want to duplicate. And again, it's not to say you can't do it in 200-point circles versus 400-point circles. I mean, you want to do it in 200-point circles, it's you and 24 people. Okay, so if you're just coming at the executive level at 200 points and 90-point AutoShake, okay, 24 people is going to make you a 5K affiliate in this business. Okay, so you can just take a picture of that if you like. Now, as we stand here, as we kind of close out this training, here's the thing. What you consume, how you consume it, is going to create your product story. Okay, create and share your story, whether it's your initial income story in this business, whether it's your product story. Facts tell, stories sell. Okay, and this is a storytelling business. Now, where some of the best stories are going to come out is at the 2020 roadshows. And as many of you know, OneTeamWorx, our team, is meeting in Las Vegas in just 4 weeks. On the 20th and 21st of March, this is going to be a pretty amazing event. This is an opportunity as a team. We get to plug into a corporately run event. We're going to get a little bit of special exposure, something that most people are not going to receive. Where we're going to have an opportunity to tour the corporate offices on Friday afternoon. All day Saturday, there is going to be a corporate run event all day Saturday. I believe it's at the MGM in Las Vegas. They're expecting 500 people there, so there's going to be a lot of great energy, lots of great training, empowerment, storytelling, new product launches, lots of really good stuff going to be happening at this event. And then Saturday evening, we are investing in you guys. We're going to have our own little team party. We're really looking forward to that. And it's just going to be one big celebratory mastermind where we're going to really dig deep in terms of our goals for 2020, this first year of this amazing decade ahead. And we're going to come up with a really concrete plan. So we really encourage each and every one of you to make the investment to be there with us. It's going to be really awesome. And we're really looking forward to it. So with that said, let me just kind of close off on a couple things. Number one, if you did not receive our communication, our text service that brought you to this Zoom today, you want to pull out your phone, take a picture of this, guys, text the word OneTeamWorx with an X on the end to 46786. That will, and we don't blow up your phone. We just send pertinent information as it pertains to predominantly trainings to your phone so you're alerted, okay? Number two, if you're not part of, get invited to the OneTeamWorx Facebook group. Get invited to it. So if you're not part of that group, reach out to whomever your enroller was, get invited to it, get engaged in it. It's a business group. Lots of information flows there. It's where we can do recognition. We can introduce our new affiliate partners, so on and so forth. And then lastly, like I said earlier, if you follow us on YouTube, anything that we do, we record and we post in our YouTube page. You definitely want to follow the OneTeamWorx YouTube page. So with that said, I'm really grateful to each and every one of you being here today. And we're super excited about that. So we just